Alrighty, and here is the video review for Transformers Dark of the Moon Wrecker TOPSPIN. He's the blue NASCAR, the Lowe's branded NASCAR. Thanks to Frenzy Rumble for letting me borrow his for a review. Forgot to send the Mech Tech gun. It was missing this other side gun. It comes with these two guns. Two of this gun that go on the side, and the Mech Tech gun goes on the top, so he's really armed. But the Mech Tech gun is just a little crossbow-looking thing that goes up and down. It's not super thrilling. But the car itself is kind of nice. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the actual all-teched-out cars, because I've got Roadbuster, and I think he looks nice as a clean car. And I think it would have been cool if they'd found a way, like on Roadbuster, I know you can kind of flip out the rear bumpers to have the missile launchers. I thought it would be neat if they could have found a way to like implement some of that, going from a car to a weaponized car into the actual figures themselves, but it looks like they're either going to be weaponized or non-weaponized. Which isn't horrible, but it would have been cooler if they'd done it the other way. You can see the underside of the car there, the arms coming up, the legs next to them. And transformation, we'll go ahead and pull the guns off. Set those off to the side, and you want to pull these side panels out. Should just attach here. There we go, just like that. Bring them down like this. Flip the piece down. This is kind of like locked down here, the way the upper thigh comes off, which is pretty cool. Lift this up. You can fold this piece up and under, and that will let you swing this around. You're going to want to do that at some point. And these pieces, like I said, they snap together there on the crotch piece. Like I said, there's the lockdown hips, and then you fold this piece in and flip this foot down. And the foot is on a rotational ball joint there, so you do get some good range of motion, some good poses out of that. And the knees are just regular hinges, ball jointed hips. The leg transformation is kind of neat. I like how the legs end up looking. I extend them down here like that. Makes for some good posability. Then up here on the top half, the arms you want to pull out like that. There's more to it than that. We'll get to it in a minute. You're going to flip these pieces down and split these right here. These come out to the side here. And then this whole piece lifts up and comes down along his back here. And then the head, you actually want to lift up and pull forward. It comes forward on the neck joint, and then you can bring the arms all the way out like this. And then rotate them there at the bicep, and that gives him more or less his robot mode. You can position these just like on Roadbusters missile launchers. You can position these out. You can fold them down and in. Look more like a jetpack. You can have them kind of up as weapons like that, because they do kind of look like laser guns there at the front. However you want. His claws do open, and the claws actually are not his hands. He does actually have a fist there inside the hand. The claws are just some sort of tong weapon. Maybe they shoot electrical discharges. Maybe they're just some utility claws. I don't know. We'll have to wait until we see the movie to see how they use them, if these guys ever actually even turn into robots in the movie. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so you've got some range of movement there. He does have Mech Tech ports all over the place. One on each arm there, which you can attach the weapons from before. Any of the little guns will plug into these holes. He's got Mech Tech on the side of this, side and top of each of these shoulder pieces. So he's got 6 functional Mech Tech points in robot mode, which is not too shabby. Go ahead and just pose them like this. And again, you can put the guns up there. You can put them wherever you want. And for a quick look, here he is with the other fellow Wrecker Roadbuster. A little taller overall, slightly skinnier. Uses the car a little bit better than Roadbuster. Roadbuster's kind of got the whole car sitting there on his back, whereas while TOPSPIN does have some pretty big car pieces up here, overall he tends to break the car up a little bit more than Roadbuster does. But then again, he's weaponized and can kind of get away with some of that cheating than Roadbuster can. And then just as a quick size comparison, people were saying use something that everybody has and not a specific figure, so we're back to the soda can. Here they are next to a can of Sprite. So let's make sure Roadbuster's more in the frame since he's the one we really want to focus on. So a little taller than a can of Sprite. Roadbuster is actually teensy bit taller than the can, and you can see TOPSPIN's actually quite... The top of his head is quite a bit taller than the can, and then even taller here at the shoulder weapons. So yeah, another nice Wrecker figure. He actually has a decent amount of paint on him with all the logos and the yellow bits, and there's some silver here. So overall, like the shocks down here in the legs, they did a little bit better job, I think, distributing the paint applications. There's actually quite a bit of paint on Roadbuster. It's just it all goes to the white. It's just a bunch of solid patches of white on the arms, and it's not detail paint like TOPSPIN has. Here's a real quick look at his head. Let me see if I can. He does have the mullet thing going on, but what can you do? But yeah, all in all, very posable. He's got, like I said, ball-jointed shoulders, the bicep swivel, the hinge on the arm. You can get a lot of good action poses out of this guy. Well, hell, I guess it helps if I focus it. Sorry about that. But yeah, you can get a lot of good action poses out of the guy. You can bring this up over his shoulder. And then again, with those ball-jointed feet, they can stay flat in a lot of different poses. So some good stuff to be had here. Like I think the Wreckers for me are kind of going to end up being like the Twins, in which I really dig their vehicle modes. I really like their transformation and their overall basic design, but I really just am not a big fan of their faces. Although I will say, Roadbuster's face I dig more than TOPSPIN's. But yeah, I think overall we're going to have some weird-faced but neat-looking robots. But there you have it, Dark of the Moon TOPSPIN.